This is the new 2025 UForce 800 XL. This is the newest offering by CFMoto in the multi-seater configuration, besides the U10 Pro. However, this is a nice entry level into it with an MSRP of $12,999. In this video, I'm going to give you an overview of the machine, go over some of the fine points, take you along for a test ride, and then give you my final thoughts. Let's get right to it. To start off, the new UForce 800 XL has some features that are staples in the CFMoto lineup. First off, it features a 4,500-pound synthetic winch to help you get you or your friends out of sticky situations. It has a nice set of 27-inch tires that are 9 inches wide in the front and 11 inches wide in the rear, sitting on 14-inch wheels. The suspension has 8.9 inches of travel, which is on the low side if it was a sports side-by-side, but fairly standard in the utility segment. It features a tilt dump bed that has the capacity of 660 pounds. It also has the capability of towing 1,500 pounds with the standard 2-inch receiver. Inside the UForce 600, it's a nice, simple to get into and comfortable place to be. You still have an adjustable front seat for the rider. There's the handle. Moves forward and back nice and easily. Simple gauge layout. And if you're used to CFMotos from the past, the four-wheel drive system is going to be right at home as far as the switch gear that they use, the light controls that they use. The one thing that's different with this now is they do offer a turf mode or an unlocking rear differential, and that is at a push of a button. You can hear it engage and disengage. Shifting is exactly the same as CFMotos from the past, and you still have your work and normal mode. And in this year, of course, work mode is dialed down a little bit, and your normal mode is going to get you the most power output. Still have USB for charging, a couple USB ports there, and you still have a regular cigarette lighter style 12-volt power accessory. And this still does feature a parking brake, which is very close to where your latch is for your fabric doors that these come with from the factory. Still come with side mirrors, couple cup holders up front, and then one off to the passenger side for a total of 3 in the front, and there's a few in the back. Speaking of the back, let's see how easy it is for an adult size Midwest medium to get in and out. So here at the back of the CFMoto 800 XL, I would fold that down. You have a little bit of a narrow area to get through. Now I'm 5'11", 250 pounds. It's tight, but I got in there. I did unbutton my jacket getting in, but part of that is, you know, my size. Once I'm in here though, I have decent enough knee room. There's a USB port right here for me charging up my devices. There's another cigarette lighter style on the opposite side, on the passenger side here. You have a pair of cup holders, and really, I'm not bad. I'm not cramped. I feel nice and secure. I have plenty of legroom if I want to extend my feet out in front, since there is no storage underneath the front seats. I have plenty of room to put my feet, so that's really nice. There is also no storage underneath the rear seat, because that is basically used to access service points and everything. They have the exhaust side of the CVT system is under there, and a few other things. So there is no under seat storage in this model. You only have the small glove box for a storage, unless you're using the rear cargo area, which is again rated at 660 pounds. But again, the back, not a bad place to be. Going along with the no frills side of this machine, you still have a manual latch there. You have a shock strong arm that helps assist with lifting up any cargo that you have in the back. Again, the back is rated at 660 pounds of carrying capacity in the bed. So if you have it weighted down, you're going to have to assist it. But most of us have been getting along that way for many years, and it's not that big of a deal. Again, when you consider the price of this machine, it's pretty standard stuff. The engine configuration is what we're used to seeing in the past. This is the 800cc V-twin that has been in machines for many, many years. Your air intake is in the center right up here. It's a little bit taller than what the bed height is. Your air filter is a hell of a lot easier to get to, and it's a little bit larger size than years past. This engine has been a very reliable engine for them, and it has been something that they've offered for, I think, over 10 years. The issues that we have seen with it, though, are mainly due to poor air filtration. I think some of the older design was subpar in ways, and unless people were doing a lot of maintenance, there are times when dirt would get past the air filter and could cause the engine to stop working prematurely, wear out the valve train, cause all sorts of ruckus, if you will, in that top end. Because of the new air filtration system that's A, easier to get to, B, a little bit larger in size, I suspect that this is going to be even more reliable for those that take care of it. So with all of that stuff out of the way, you know, it's like 40 degrees out here in January in Wisconsin. That's not really normal. It is a little windy, but it's a perfect day to go for a test ride, take you guys along and show you what this is like to drive. Let's get our door closed. And safety third, seatbelt's already buckled, so I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is. We're in work mode, let's go to normal mode, and hit her. So she's a little windy today. That was to the floor. Definitely not the same power as the U10 we tested earlier, or even the old UForce 1000, but 63 horsepower is plenty for most. Go through some of the snow here. And this is really easy stuff. You can see we don't have much for snow. Going right through that stuff. It's pretty soft today. So I gotta go up and talk to Troy. On this is actually really pretty good. The longer wheelbase I think helps. Doesn't handle bad either. A little loose there. Throwing some snow. Here's our big bump that we always hit. That time I felt it a little more, kind of slid into it, but like it was a firm softness is probably the best way to describe it. But it did well. The snow is so soft, I'll just crush this stuff going over it, I'm sure. Yeah. And I believe we're doing all of this in one-wheel drive, basically, with our diff unlocked. The button for that is right down here. Let's see if we can still get down into that fun area. I don't think I can. I think they got more boats up in the way now. We'll look to see. Oh, we are open for business. So if you watch the U10 video, you know this little ledge right here is a little steep, and I mentioned that the U10 had more ground clearance. This being a longer wheelbase machine, I'm guessing I'm going to bottom out right now. Oh yeah, I hit right hard bottom. And right now I'm high centered. That ain't good. Well, I don't know if four-wheel drive is going to save me or not. Well, that's what I'm dealing with, and it is stuck. Longer wheelbase machine without much for ground clearance. I mean, 11.9 inches is pretty good, but that breakover angle is the issue. I don't know if I can get out of this with just this machine, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna actually use full lock, everything. There we go, look at that. All I did was engage the rear locker. That's all I needed to do. So the question is, do I try it again? My answer is no. This isn't my machine, and I don't want to like pre-wreck anything. It rested pretty good on that breakover deal, so let's go a different way. I'm gonna open the rear def up for now though. Try not to tear up this area. Kind of drifted a little bit. That lasted long. Try not to break up this area. So this is a less of a ledge. I should be able to get down this just fine. No bottoming out there. We're down in our kind of a detention area. I'm still in two-wheel drive right now. I do have the rear diff locked. See how we do getting up out of here in just the snow. Tractored right through it, no problem. I didn't even feel the wheels slipping. Engine brake going down that little hill there. Now turning this big thing around. Let's see how we can do that. A little bit of slippage there in the snow. Having an old school shifter, I guess, so here's the one thing, I'm bound up right now. I got it to break free there because it moved. But that is one thing, it's still a cable that goes and does it. Now the electronic thing still is working some sort of a servo with a cable system, but I can feel it binding up when I'm doing it by hand. I haven't had that U10 really bind up much from the little bit of playing that I've done with it. So yeah, this is getting through all this just fine. That little bit of snow, two-wheel drive, I'm doing no problem. A little bit of power. Yeah, easy. Capable, definitely capable. I'll probably get yelled at for that, but sometimes you got to play a little bit, you know. Yeah, nice machine. Having that extra wheelbase, you know, it helps definitely smooth out the ride. But the suspension in this is not bad. The suspension in this is really good. You have 9 inches of travel front and rear, 8.9 I guess, but really 9 inches of travel front and rear, and it does a good job. Flattening out that snow there. I cleaned this machine for this video, so I guess I'm returning it the same way that I got it for the most part. Here's that big bump. Whew. I wonder how wet that camera is. Sorry about that, guys. Let's do a quick speed run to see how this thing accelerates. This is a 1,700 pound or so machine, so she has a little bit of weight to her. Got some traffic coming here, and I got the mailman over there. Here we go. Brakes feel good. That was 50 miles an hour I hit in that amount of time. Not a bad ride. Decent power. Handles the snow good. I mean, everything I've been doing is two-wheel drive or one-wheel drive. Right now I'm back in one-wheel drive. So, not bad. Yeah, I like it. Alright, we're going to try this again. Why the heck not? Got a camera set up so we can kind of see. Try to do it nice and easy. Because again, I don't want to really bash the bottom of this. We slid that time. Look at that, no problem this time. I did have it in two-wheel lock, rear differential, not in four-wheel drive. But I had both wheels locked in the back. I am going to try it in four-wheel drive to get out of this. What I should do, just to be nice to the belt system, I'm going to put this in low range. Gives me a little bit better throttle control as well. We hit a little bit, but yeah, it made it. It made it just fine. You can see I'm bound up again. Just move forward a little bit. There we go. Shifter's good. Take her out of four-wheel. Eh, not bad. So there it is, the all-new 2025 UForce 800 XL. So who is this machine for? Well, this machine is really for someone that doesn't need all the fancy tech. You don't need to have the navigation. Maybe you want a sound system, but you can easily add it to this. This is a great machine for using around the property, for work, something that you can still go out and trail ride. It has the legs to get you up to speed. If you're looking to drive it between properties and the ranch or the farm, if you're looking for even just maybe a minor weekend getaway type machine, this will take your family and friends along with you and still be capable enough to get you where you want to go and have a good time. And they do have a nice catalog of aftermarket accessories coming. That brings me to an interesting point though. So talking about accessories, this here is a unit that we sold to a customer of ours, and there are accessories in the catalog that are all ready to order, but we kind of learned the hard way that not everything really fits, and there might be a little bit of a delay. So this machine does not have front doors on it, because according to the catalog, all you need to do is order the front doors. But my understanding is we're waiting on a brace kit so we can complete the installation of the front doors. You can see this does have a glass windshield, and it is shared with the UForce 600 that shares most of this chassis. Now in the rear, CFMoto assumed that the UForce 600 rear window would work, and that is what this is, and in the catalog this says that this fits 600 and 800. Now you are seeing that windshield on here, but keep in mind this is not really how it would work. Currently the brackets aren't correct for this, so we had our technician custom make brackets to fit this rear windshield onto it. Now that CFMoto tells us that they should have a fix here, something available in about 3 months or so, so sometime in March. The top brackets are the factory brackets that it comes with, and it fits just fine. On the bottom, he had to do a little bit of rigging with some brackets that he had at home that he made work, a little bit of drilling, a little bit of rivet action, and it's in there. It's solid. It ain't going anywhere, so it's safe for the customer. But this was a custom install to make this windshield work with the current configuration. I guess what we were told is that this rear bar right here that goes across is actually at a different level on the UForce 800 XL than it is on the 600. So they have to redo the windshield bracketry and maybe even the size of the glass to make it work correctly. So keep in mind, if you're one of the early subscribers to this machine, some of the cool accessories that show available in the catalog, you might be waiting a little bit for until they get that figured out. But other than that, this thing cabbed out will be a really nice ride. Oh, for those of you looking for heat, there currently is not an option from CFMoto. So this is an Inferno kit that we made work. This is actually for UForce 1000. But again, our technician made it work. We got a couple vents here. Here's your control for it. And it'll work perfectly for the customer and provide them with heat, which is again not currently an option from the factory on this machine. So all in all, I still think this is a really good option and a machine that you should definitely look at. Check it out at your local dealer, take it for a test ride, and see for yourself. Thanks again for watching. Please let me know what you think. If you've got opinions on this, if you own one of these, what is your take on it? This video came to you because it was a special request by a viewer from my U10 video. So if you have other things that you'd like me to talk about or review, let me know. I'll do what I can to make that happen. So thank you guys for watching this, and don't forget to enjoy the ride.